we get so much input about what's Tiger doing and what's he doing wrong and what's he can do with his swing. Pretty much over the last 10 years, because we've spent a little bit of time playing practice rounds with him and observing what he does, like everybody does. The biggest things that I see in the first time that Rodney played a practice round with him was he, in the early days, he used to do so much of getting it really wide and getting the club really shut here and getting across the line. He's always working on trying to get the club into a better position here so he can just drop it like he's always practicing doing. In 2000 he was this way, and then he started to get a little bit more that way. He was still wide, but he started to get the club a little bit more that way and then come down this way. Now he's worked on trying to get the face to obviously open a bit more around this way. So he's going out and around, so now the club gets a lot more laid off back up here. But to me, these issues are all about the club and what it's doing and about the shaft and the arms. And really, to my mind, he hasn't fixed the angle of his wrists and the angle of his body at the start. So that's why his swing will still always look a bit the same in terms of what his body's doing, but it'll change with what his club is doing and what the face of the club is doing. So he'll vary from shut across the line to a bit more online, but still too wide, and then he'll get to the laid off stage. But from the front, which is where nobody looks at it from, apparently, he's still too far back and has no shape at the start. So for right-siders, we all know that the start of the swing is so important to get this shape if we're going to get the right radius here. If this shape is too far back and this way, it's going to extend the radius there with the club head and the arms away from the body. Then we're on this chase to try and fix the direction that this comes down. So often you'll see him practicing in slow motion, getting that club to fit into the right place with the club and the arms, but then when he swings at the ball, like all of us when we try and fix it in our practice swings, the body's not right to allow the club to do that. So if he had shape at the start, and this is the thing we get asked, what would we do? But if he had shape at the start and his radius was a little narrower, the shaft would go like this, the way he wants it, and when he comes down, he'll come back the way he wants it to come in front of him. So he still thinks that the club gets behind him, when in fact when you look at it, the arms are going to be a long way out. And maybe the shaft gets behind him, but his arms are a long way out. If he fixed his wrist angle at the start and got some shape, that'd take care of the radius, and he'd be able to drop this into the spot that he's trying to get into, but the arms wouldn't be as far out away from the body, and the lower half of the body would be so much quieter coming in, so he wouldn't have the change of direction or the dip that everybody talks about. So, you know, the hips, this look on the way down to me is always if we look at his feet. And then when he won at Royal Liverpool, I noticed that his lower half was actually working more this way all the time. And that his feet at impact looked like there was pressure on the outside of this and the inside of that. He had no turn away or slippage with his left foot and hip. But that's a product of being back so far behind it. Clearing the left hip, then the foot starts to go, and then obviously you can't go to the left with your body because you're this way, so you have to go under with your body to get the stability. In this one, coming down, because it has the stability here, and in here the top can actually go around a bit more and that would stop that look at the end where this foot goes and he tries to get round with the top. So it's still, to me, the closest he got was at Liverpool when he was not using any drivers, had a bit of a knockdown swing, had a bit of shape, had better wrist angle here, nothing was backwards, and his radius was better, and pretty much hit everything like this for the whole week, where he was into here and the top coming around. Had no problem controlling his ball flight the whole week. So it depends how you look at it. Depends on whether you want to fix something, and even with your own games, and the people that are interested in what Tiger's doing, we can't work at things in the middle of a motion. You have to fix the cause, and that'll chop out the bits we don't like.